I, 28F, finally came out to my family as trans last weekend, and I'm still shaking just typing this. For context, I've known I was trans since I was about 14, but I grew up in a pretty conservative Catholic household in a small Midwest town. My parents are loving in their own way, they do anything for us kids, but anything never included anything remotely LGBTQ related. My dad once muttered something about those people when a trans story came on the news, and my mom would always change the subject if it came up. I moved to Chicago 5 years ago for work, started HRT 2 years ago, and have been living full time as myself for the last 18 months. Socially transitioned, name change, the whole thing. To my family, though, I was still their son, with a deeper voice from working out a lot and longer hair because it's trendy now. I've been putting off telling them forever. Every holiday visit, I'd chicken out. But I'm getting top surgery scheduled for early next year, and there was no way I could hide that recovery. So I booked a flight home for a long weekend and told myself this was it. I planned to tell them one on one first, starting with my mom. Saturday morning, Dad was out golfing with his buddies, my younger brother was at work, and my sister was still asleep. Just me and Mom in the kitchen having coffee like old times. I started with, Mom, there's something really important I need to tell you. I've been carrying it for a long time. She looked worried immediately. Probably thought I had cancer or something. I just blurted it out. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. My name is Emily now, and I've been living as myself for a while. Silence. Like full on deafening silence for what felt like minutes. Then she started crying, not angry crying, just overwhelmed. She asked a bunch of the classic questions. Are you sure? When did you know? Is this because of the internet? Are you gay now? I'm bi, but that wasn't the point. I answered everything as calmly as I could, showed her old photos versus recent ones on my phone, explained HRT, told her about my friends and how happy I finally feel. She kept saying, I don't understand, but you're my child and I love you. It wasn't the warm hug acceptance I secretly dreamed of, but it also wasn't rejection. She asked if I was telling Dad next, and when I said yes, she looked terrified for me. Dad got home around noon. Mom basically ambushed him in the garage before he even came inside and told him she needed him to sit down because I had something to say. We all ended up at the kitchen table again. I repeated the whole thing, word for word almost. Dad didn't cry. He just went very quiet and very red in the face. He asked practical dad questions. Do you have a therapist for this? Is it safe? Are you still going to church? Then he said the thing that broke me a little. I feel like I lost my son. I told him he didn't lose anyone. He's gaining a daughter, and I'm still the same person who loves fishing and bad action movies and helping him fix stuff in the garage. He didn't say much after that, just nodded and went to the basement for a long time. My sister, 25, overheard most of it and came downstairs halfway through. She hugged me immediately and said, Duh, I've known for like 2 years from your Instagram stories. Love you, Em. That helped lighten the mood a little. My brother, 22, got home later, got the summary from my sister, and his reaction was basically, Cool, whatever, can we order pizza? Classic little brother. The rest of the weekend was awkward, lots of quiet moments. Dad used my old name a few times by accident, corrected himself once or twice, mostly just avoided names altogether. Mom kept staring at me like she was trying to reconcile the person in front of her with the kid she raised. But nobody yelled. Nobody kicked me out. Nobody said I was going to hell. Sunday night before I left for the airport, Mom hugged me tight and whispered, I'll try, honey. I really will. Just give us time. Dad shook my hand, very formally, and said, Drive safe. Emily? Hearing him say it almost made me cry on the spot. I'm back in Chicago now. Got a text from Mom yesterday with just a heart emoji and a link to some PFLAG website she'd apparently been reading. My sister added me to the family group chat with my correct name. No word from Dad yet, but my mom says he's been quiet, not angry. I know it's not the movie perfect acceptance scene. It's messy and slow and painful. But for the family I grew up in, this feels like a miracle. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, but for the first time in years, I feel like there might actually be a path forward with them in my life. Thanks for letting me vent, Reddit. I've been lurking on this sub for years, and your stories gave me the courage to finally do this. Sending love to everyone still waiting for their moment.